I did. Oh, there it
So
is.
that Ted Brown post always comes up in my feed.
Dude, I've deleted. Or if you look at the top, does it say only visible to you?
I don't know, but it also says like.
Because I see those every now and then, and I think that, and it's like, oh wait, but that's only visible to me.
We are live, folks. Man, the feed looks great. The camera looks great.
Yeah.
Bonsai can actually be seen.
The bonsai.
Oh man, yeah, and it looks like you got this like bright thing right here from the Frost Tower. It's like glows. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh,
very
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Very cool.
This looks great.
That was Dirk. Not the way he talks in Letterkenny. Dirk.
You're such a dirk.
Dirk. Not Stuart. Dirk.
I like the background.
Anyways, we're going to get started here in exactly 1 minute.
One minute.
You're listening to the Emergency Exit Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook,
Instagram,
YouTube,
Parlor,
BitChute.
BitChute.
Are we on BitChute? We should be on BitChute, boys.
We're on Parlor. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook.
Parlor.
We're on YouTube.
Parlor.
Is it parlor or parlay?
Parlor.
Parlor.
Parlor. All right, 30 seconds.
Don't let people make you think that
Yeah.
it's parlay.
Yeah, we
It's
talked about
it's
that.
a trick.
We talked about that. I'm gonna post that video I think tomorrow, but it's not parlay. It's parlor.
You know, let them say parlay. I don't think
Like
it's funny.
when you say the N word, it's not. I was gonna say it. I don't want to get banned off of you.
Take it easy with your hate.
10
10 seconds.
Again, this is why I get.
Here we go.
Okay.
This week on the program, it's week number 2 of our barely famous Brew World Order Tournament of Beers. Last week, we had an epic battle between the 7 seed Austin Amber and the 11 seed Love Street. After the dust settled, there was only one can left standing. A Holy Mexican! And that Hispanic and I voted for Austin Amber to be victorious. This week's match is a battle between Austin and Dallas as the one-man team over at Funky Monkey Brewing Company goes toe-to-toe, or cap-to-cap, against the Deep Ellum Brewery. Who will win? We'll find out in just a few minutes, y'all. Later, we'll talk to a fellow podcaster with the Lone Star Plate podcast. We will welcome Patrick Scott Armstrong to this program. I like to call him PSA, you know what I'm saying? Finally, Rand Paul says folks should celebrate if they've had COVID, and we will watch a video where black folks are asked, what exactly are white people superior at? The answers may or may not surprise you. That's right. This is Emergency Exit.
This exit's for emergencies only.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
It's again. Well, this is episode 181. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Mm-hmm.
This is episode 181. Today is November 18th, 2020. It is again 10 on 10 in our floating tin can. Far above the world.
I felt like I was floating right there. You're still floating. It's made down to earth.
Well, that's right. I'm
Damn
Los.
right.
Follow me on Twitter at That's Right Los. Joining me as always is the holy Hispanic himself,
Hola, señores y señoras.
David Aguilar. Making sure we're streaming live and we got a hangout coming is Brandon the Hard-Headed Mitchell.
Man, I hope that audio works, unlike last week, but you never know, man.
Yeah, I
We're
think our
just-
interview went well.
Just
Hey,
going
yeah,
with
I
it.
think it went great.
All right. Well, we've got a lot to talk about today. We got a great interview lined up. I mean, I say it's a great interview, but I have no idea yet. I'm hoping it's great.
It's gonna be good.
I want it to be great, and it will be great. Therefore, it is great.
There you go.
But
Put it out there in the
one
universe.
thing that is for sure and is great,
Mhm.
that we can all agree that is great, is the Brew World Order Tournament of It's the Brew World Order.
Hey.
Let's get that music there. last 4 years, we've tasted over 100 beers.
Wow.
More. I just don't know how much it is.
Wow. It's a lot of beers.
We've tested over 100 beers. Those 100 beers all went through a rigorous rating system called the That's Right scale. Of 1 to 5, that's right. So
One of
you
the-
can
One of
do
the
decimals.
greatest scales out there. One of the most
best one
precise
you've ever seen, believe me.
ever.
Anyways, 16. We combined them all. We collated them, and we combined all the scores and averaged them out, and we got 16 of the top beers that we've rated
The
in the last 4
cream
years.
of the crop.
Took us 4 years too long. We're gonna try to do this every year, by the way. But here's how the game goes. We've already had one final match, and we're closing. By the way, we are going to close the bracket today, or the
I just want to say I really like this music.
yeah. It's like yes. Yeah. Voting's closed. Voting is officially closed. Last week we had in match number 6 was Austin Amber versus Love Street. Austin
Yes.
Amber won, and it's all blind.
Yes.
Just gets rid of one of the extra senses.
Exactly.
But we'll have an A. We'll have a B. This could be A. This could be a B. I don't know what it is. But today's match is In Bloom by Funky Monkey Brewing
Oh
Company.
man, I'm so
by
excited for this.
Kevin Clark out here in
Kevin,
Austin, Texas.
I'm so stoked.
He's going up. He's actually a number 2 seed, which means he did really well in the main
Ooh,
tournament,
yeah,
or
yeah.
actually in the regular WO. And then he's going up against seed 15, the Dallas Blonde by Deep Ellum
Oh
Brewing
wow,
Company.
that's a good beer. That's a really good beer.
All right. So without further ado, let's get drinking. That's right.
I'm ready.
All right, so we have a beer right here. Is this A or B?
I got B in my hand.
I've got A, so I'll go ahead and I'll get B here.
Okay.
And we'll drink. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Clink it. So B is a bold beer. Can we get that music back up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh. It's very good. Very good.
I'm gonna leave my comments for that one.
We got A,
Okay,
the lighter beer, folks. Got taste lighter. Yeah, this is one of them. It's got a big, nice, full flavor. Just full of orange notes. Let me get that again. It's a great bitter. Great bitter.
Yeah, I really do like the way this one feels in the mouth. Like it's just very like smooth and silky.
All right, so we've tasted A, we've tasted B. We're gonna pick A or B. Well, should we say it on the count of 3?
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
B. A.
So we
I mean
got,
not A.
We
B.
got B.
Yes.
All right, Brandon the Heart of Mitchell. Who did we choose?
Which one do you want me to do first, A or B?
Well, let's do B.
B?
Our champion.
You're not gonna believe this. In Bloom by Funky Monkey.
What?
In Bloom by Funky
Hey,
Monkey.
Kevin.
Kevin, you made it through.
Yes.
Congratulations.
The blind taste test.
Crescendo of the music.
USA. Are we not? No, we're not doing that chant. My bad.
Next week, we are going to be doing another round, another match. Stay tuned to find out each week while we do the Brew World Order Tournament of Beer. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close the tournament off here. It's the Brew World Order.
Too spicy.
Matches are open for voting.
Oh,
What does that mean?
it means you can vote on the matches.
Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and go on this and say that. Oh, we are live there with that. I don't know how to make this work here. I guess we'll figure that out afterwards. We'll change the change. It says matches are open for voting, so I guess people can still go on and vote. So, dude, get up on there and vote. The
Yeah.
link is there somewhere, y'all.
The link is everywhere on our social medias.
It is seriously everywhere.
Yeah.
Is our guest on yet?
Not yet.
Not sitting in the green room yet. Okay. So, we could have probably pushed that out a little bit more.
Definitely.
But let's.
But I
oh,
will.
I forgot one of the most important
Oh,
segments of our
no
show.
shit. Yes.
How can I forget?
Come on, man.
We got time for it.
Come on, man.
Today's bourbon and
Come on,
Bonsai.
man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
We've got. Thank you. Thank you. We've got Larceny, which is a wonderful bourbon.
It's delicious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burp in that. Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Straight bourbon whiskey. This is wonderful small batch wheat. This is a wheat bourbon.
Wheat.
So it's 51%
If
corn
you were-
and it's
if
got
you
a
were-
lot of wheat.
If you're a Southern, you'd whistle when you said the.
I can't do that. I have all my teeth. And then yeah, it's a wonderful whiskey which we're drinking. But I want to talk about this
Yes.
bonsai I have
Let
here.
us know.
If you guys watch this show, you will definitely know that this is a bonsai we've seen on the show before. This here is my Taxidium distichum.
Disticum.
Distichum. You read the Latin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right? What does
Yeah.
that say?
Taxodium disticum.
Okay, there it is.
Disticum.
Or otherwise known as the bald
that sounds
cypress.
that sounds kind of weird. Disticum.
Disticum. Chum. Disticum. Dishcum rag. It's also known as the bald cypress, swamp cypress, white cypress, tidewater cypress. You ever heard the phrase trees knees?
Trees knees. No, I've heard bees knees.
Yeah, you've heard it's the bee's knees, but what about trees knees?
I didn't know trees.
They're
had knees.
basically these guys grow in swamps in the Louisiana fucking forest and everything.
Oh, the southern.
Oh, them two got them damn old trees knees. You gotta watch out for them. Down.
Like Bobby Boucher, that kind of Bobby Boucher, the water boy.
Yeah, Bobby. I know about Bobby Boucher.
You know that Bobby Boucher.
There's something wrong with his medulla oblongata. Anyways, this is a slow-growing and long-lived tree. Well, actually, it grew from this to this and thickened up this trunk to like a pencil.
Oh wow!
In one season, I got this probably July or something, and it is doing so good. I got 3 of these trees. The other one's in a 3-group setting. I think I brought it to the studio once. But yeah, this one I'm growing out as a natural style, so I want it to look like the trees when you go floating at San Marcos, and the trees are they're lined up all down the river, dude, and you see them. They got this beautiful foliage, and I want to eventually take a cut. Like if you took a picture of one side where people are getting onto the river or they're floating, and it's like these giant steps in it's in Green, Texas, right? These giant steps, and there's these 3 giant bald cypresses. I want to sort of capture that in bonsai.
Wow, really?
Like make these miniature steps,
and
then make a fake river I can even put a real river. This can sit in water.
Why don't you do that on the driveway to your house?
What do you mean?
I don't know, but water and bonsais, and when you drive into your car, it's like you're driving into that.
I drive into you you want it to feel like that when you drive through.
Yeah, so in your driveway, you have bonsais on the side, and then there's water somehow, and when you're driving in... It's
you're talking about real life bonsai.
Yeah.
Like you turn your yard into a bonsai tray.
Yes.
And everything that's miniature is in real size for you.
Yes.
Oh, could you imagine the size of this tree?
That would be insane.
You'd probably be this tall.
Nah, I'd be way smarter than that. That's a regular person.
Yeah. Anyways, is our guest on yet?
I told him 10:15. It's not 10:15.
Okay, take it. Ooh,
hey.
This guy's yelling at us, man. Well, that's today's bourbon and bonsai. Let's talk. I mean, at least when Jennifer she hopped onto the green room.
Yeah,
real
she
quick
was.
there.
She was on it.
How's your week been, man?
Man.
You know what? I only talk to you guys really over text when we have something interesting to say or something funny to post to each other.
Or a lot of memes.
Did you guys see that recent meme I posted where it was Kurt Cobain, saying, I don't have a gun.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
swear that I don't have a gun. And then it's the same picture of Kurt Cobain, but it's Leo's face
Dude.
I love the Leo meme.
Those ones are
Yeah.
amazing. I love them.
I think the Leo memes are like classics. Like when people use them right, it's like great.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I saw another good one where they say, got all my bills paid off, my credit cards, everything, all my debts paid off. And then it says my car, and it's Leo holding onto the check engine light. When it's done right, it is done right.
I feel it's funny how we have coped through so many things this year through memes.
Let's get all
like-
these blue cups out of here.
Like every time something goes on, I have friends send me memes. Like whether it was COVID-19 or it was like the economy crashing or whatever it was, the lockdown or no matter what's been going on this year, like memes have kept us going. Memes
I love memes that are done right. I mean, we've discussed how the left can't meme.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to get their edge back now that they're in charge.
Yeah.
Or going to be in charge. So I think that they'll be more.
Yeah. By the way,
They'll be more funny.
By the way, we support you, President-elect Joe Biden. Please don't ruin our economy. We love you. We support you here on the show.
And you live 1,000 years.
There you go.
And President Harris. I mean,
Vice
Vice President. Vice
Chung.
President
You know
Harris.
what I mean? There you go. We got you.
I got him. Y'all ready?
Hey,
Vice President Harris. That'd be great.
what is up?
Oh man, awesome! Well, thanks for joining us. Well, we were just chatting for
I know,
a
we're-
moment, just
we're-
killing some time till
Hang
you
on
hopped
here. I'm having a bit of trouble hearing you guys.
Oh, okay. We'll
What
fix
the hell?
that there.
Hang on.
And in the meantime, what were we talking about?
We were talking about
Let's
it was
try
racist.
this.
I was saying something
It was
racist
something
about
racist,
Chinese
and you
people.
should've-
Oh yeah, Joe Biden. We just want Joe Biden to know that we support him. We President-elect Kamala Harris. We support you too. First Black African American,
That's
Indian,
right.
Chinese, Asian American woman. Kamala Harris.
We get
support
him. Can you tell him we're getting you
Yeah.
pretty good?
Okay.
Bummer,
Yeah, I mean,
man.
Yeah,
We always have these issues. Well, at least we hear him right away.
I know.
You just can't hear
and
us.
we could see him. I know.
I don't
it's
know,
there.
guys. Should I try to connect again?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, y'all hear me? I don't hear it for some reason. It does this distortion thing every time y'all talk. It sounds like robots. Honestly, it's kind of funny.
That's the way we sound. How
Let me
dare
try,
you insult us?
We are puppets of the
Oh
new
man, now I'm
world
not hearing
order.
nothing. What the?
All right.
Call us and I'll use that audio. Okay, let's see here.
We'll try to cut it in.
I like that. I like this.
Man, we're doing what we.
Oh
can
no,
do
y'all are
right now.
asking me to multitask, man.
Yes, sir.
This is damaging.
I know we're gonna have.
Okay. Oh, how do I pull that chat up? Here we go.
I'm drunk.
We got this. Yo,
Okay.
what already?
I am not drunk. I'm just kidding. But
But you're pretty close. I think you're pretty close.
what? No.
You've chugged a couple beers before this.
This beer Kevin made is outstanding.
It is, but you chugged at least 3 Miller Lights before
That is
we
not
started.
true.
And he shot.
Yo. Check. Check to the diggity dack. Check. Chew. Hey.
Okay. You don't hear me
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
now? Okay.
Why
cool.
don't you just turn on his mic, and then turn down that audio coming in through there, Brandon, and so that we have his good audio coming in.
That's the plan.
Okay, good. Can you hear us okay there, bud?
Yeah, I hear you guys perfectly.
Awesome.
Honestly,
Can
That
you
is
see
great.
us?
perfectly.
All right.
So I probably is this mic working or is it through my AirPods?
No, it's coming
Is it
through
this
your
mic?
AirPods.
Yeah, it's coming through the
if
pods.
you can
Got it.
activate your mic again, that'd be cool. Or I mean, we can do it that way. That's fine.
No, I don't know how. Let me see.
I mean,
see.
you could have the
hang on.
mic there just to make it seem as you're speaking into the mic, but you could be using the AirPods mic because we're in radio is all about the illusion, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right, as long as it makes it.
I like it.
As
Hey,
long as
Patrick,
it looks
if
like.
you
love it.
record your audio, I can cut that in later. But that's
All right.
another- Yeah.
Oh man, I have no idea even how to. Okay, here. Let's see.
We are live on Channel 10 here in Austin,
check.
Texas. That's right. We are on public access,
That's
which
how- yeah.
I think 3 people watch that.
Hey,
We're also streaming live on all of the major platforms.
we're just having.
I
fun.
think I got
I
it
got
with
it
my
with my
mic. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I got his mic.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got your mic
we
now.
got
You
it.
sound
That's
great.
Boom.
Oh,
great,
there
great.
you go.
Yeah, it's sort
Oh,
of disconcerting, like hearing. We were hearing a feedback for a moment. All right, so We've got a guest, special guest here, fellow podcaster Patrick Scott Armstrong, otherwise known as PSA.
Yeah, PSA on the streets.
PSA.
On the streets.
Got the knowledge, and he just wants to show you. Ding, ding, ding.
It's just great that your last name didn't end with an L because you'd be PSL. And we all know that's
Yeah.
pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, is that right?
The ladies out there like the PSL, baby.
Fortunately, I did not know that. It would have taken me a little bit to get that.
Bro, how did you work at a coffee shop? How
Yeah,
do you
I fixed the machine.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I didn't know that either.
Yes, PSL. No, now we all know, and it's going to be hard to forget that from
Look,
now on.
I married a white woman,
So-
so that's something white women like.
Patrick Scott Armstrong. PSA. Go
hang
ahead.
on. I have like an echo.
An echo.
I don't know, is
Because
that-
you know
look-
because we're not using the plus, the -1. So, geez, we're gonna have to just
Damn,
go to his
this
regular
is-
phone thing.
Is it not good? It doesn't sound good on my AirPods, right?
Well,
I mean, your
it
mic sounds better.
Your mic sounds better.
I mean, of course, I get it.
Yeah, we can do it. That's fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna go switch to phone now.
totally.
Oh yeah, there we go. See
make-
now you hear it. No
Make
feedback
this work,
coming in.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
no
worries.
worries.
Turn 'em up good.
I'll speak loud. I'll use my hands. I'll
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah, because we still have your video too, and it's matching up
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
perfect. So this is great.
Okay,
Patrick
cool,
Scott
cool.
Armstrong, good old PSA. You could find him on TexasRealFood.com. Do I have that right? The Lone Star
Yeah.
Plate
Slash
Podcast.
podcast.
Yes.
Slash pod.
pod.
TexasRealFood.com/podcast or just the LoneStarPlate.com.
Well, I take it you're a food lover extraordinaire.
I'm a chef.
You're a
Yeah.
chef. Wonderful. You're originally from Dallas. At least that's what I get from your bio. But let me ask
Yeah.
you. Why don't you tell
Yeah.
me what your podcast is all about? And then I've got some cooking questions that I want to
Yeah.
ask you.
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah,
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah, man, the podcast is really cool. Look, yeah, we're sponsored by Texas Real Food. It's basically just a website directory. It's real simple. You just put in your zip code, and it just brings up all the like farm to table, butchers, farmers markets, places like that. Not like it's not going to bring up the nearest fucking Jack in the Box. Let's just put it that way. Okay, that's not going to happen. All the coolest places around you that are just doing handmade stuff like that. It's really cool. So they sponsor
the podcast, and yeah, we throw a little bit of food in to what we talk about. Obviously, I'm a chef, but just who the guest is, we go over their career, or if they have something they're promoting, or just like you guys, right? Whatever they're about, we sort of talk to them about that. But we keep it loose and easy, and sort of like Joe Rogan in the sense that we just 3, 2, 1, go, and there's no, there's nothing to it. We talk as long as they sort of want to, and no rules, right? No, we just go with it for the most part.
So, I mean, is it food-based at all? That's what I was getting out of the bio. I watched a couple of your episodes, and it definitely, we weren't getting any, I wasn't getting any food advice on your podcast, at least the ones that I watched. But you do have over 100 episodes, my man.
Yeah.
We're approaching
Hit that triple-
200 here.
Hit that triple stack.
And he's putting out content like crazy. I mean, I think I saw him put out 2 in 1 week. I mean, we can only do, we have, 3 podcasts on the network, but we ourselves only
we were doing 3 a week. I mean, we were doing 3 episodes a week. We just switched it to, like, just a couple weeks ago to focus on each one more, right? To make it the best it can be. And
man, it looks like a very expensive looking podcast you got going on there. I mean, we do okay now, right? We're doing, but we come from a humble beginning. So when did you get started?
Trust me. With the podcasting, we launched this podcast in January of this year, but we actually started filming episodes last September.
Wow.
Just a few, just so we could launch with 10 episodes or something like that, that sort of thing. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. We launched in January. But I had done podcasting before, sort of my own thing in my garage, man. Just, getting a mic and talking and start interviewing my musician friends. And that's sort of what, the bug that got me, if you will.
Absolutely. That's the way it starts. You're sitting there with your buds and you're like, man, This is a great conversation. This needs to get bottled like a fine whiskey.
Exactly.
And that's eventually it turns into that, and then you get in front of the mic, and then the magic's not there because you get the mic in front of you sometimes. So I think us as podcasters are always trying to find a way to make this experience more comfortable for for us and for our guests.
And I think that's where alcohol tends to come in so many times because it makes everyone just feel loose and comfortable, and it's just like, yeah, we can kick it, we can chill.
Yeah.
You know, again, you see Joe Rogan use that and other podcasters in their tactics, but I always feel like a good little bit of sippy sip makes you a little chill.
Yeah, social lubricant, you know. And, you know, by the way, we do a beer tournament here. We've, over the span of 4 years, we've rated a beer every week or just about every week. And from 1 to 5, we took 16 of those beers, the top-rated ones, and now they're going against each other in a March Madness-style bracket.
Oh, nice. I like that.
We just had Deep Ellum versus a local brewery over here.
Deep Ellum. Shout out Deep Ellum. Okay.
Yeah. I want to bring that because you're a Dallas guy right there. But they did not win.
Yeah, they lost right now.
The Dallas Blonde went up against the In Bloom.
Yeah.
Craft beer here.
Oh, it was the Dallas Blonde?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know which beer you're talking about. Yeah, that's look.
Are you a big beer drinker? Is that something you incorporate with your cooking or anything?
I mean, yes, I will incorporate it with cooking, but just as far as like beer drinking, I mean, I'll have one with buddies. If I'm on the beach and it's hot, you're damn right I'm going to be having some cold beers. But just day to day, I really don't drink too often, to be honest with you. I'm having some tequila tonight with you guys.
There you go, baby. Yeah.
You know, salud, cheers.
There you go, hermano. Mira, estás, hermano,
Hey,
estás.
Brandon, can you move him from over there to like behind us and then move us to the opposite so it looks like he's looking at us?
Well, we got whiskey, we got beer.
I can't see what y'all see. Is it like I'm looking the other way?
Yeah.
I know what y'all are talking about.
But we'll fix it. Don't you change a thing there. So
I know I like exactly where your flag is right now, man. It just makes me feel so patriotic.
Damn, baby, Texas all the way, my man.
Can you move the mic either up or down so we can get the star in? I'm just telling you, man.
We need
that American spirit, baby.
Hey, I'm with you.
My blood vein just opened up 10%.
How dare you cover up that flag?
I tell people all the time, if I'm traveling, whatever, like they'll ask, whatever. I'm a Texan first, man. American second. That's just the reality to me. I love Texas so much, man. It's just how I am.
I mean, I remember once I was playing a game with some friends of mine, and it was like, who can name the most of the 50 states? And I just put Texas everywhere. One, because I didn't know where the other states were. But two, I was like, because I take Texas everywhere I go, baby. You can't stop, won't stop.
I like it. That's funny.
You Texans, man. You guys are like. I see. I'm a Texan now because
he's from California.
Yeah, well, 10 years. I've been here 10 years now.
You hippie.
When do I get mine? You know, when
you're a Texan already. I mean, I wasn't born in Texas. I wasn't born here, but I'm a Texan. I mean, I moved here at 5 years old, and went to school. My whole school here, everything.
Yeah, where's the line to be a Texan for like people that are purists? Is it like your mom's vagina must be on top of Texas soil?
Yeah.
Nah, not that bad. You just gotta love Texas as much as we do.
Yeah, man, you gotta live here. At least, live here and have lived here, and and you love Texas. Yeah, I think that's enough for me. Hey, the more the merrier.
Yep, exactly, same.
Yeah, dude. Let me ask you about the most memorable moment you've had podcasting so far. Like, what stands out the most in your mind?
That's tough. To be frank, I'd be curious to hear y'all's answers to this question as well. To be honest, that's a good question. I don't know if I would say one particular instance, but maybe y'all can relate to this. I think this week I realized something, which I've kind of known, but it really stuck out to me that I love my job so much. I mean, I get to do my podcast as my job and day in and day out and talk to like great, amazing people and have these great conversations. I almost stop in the middle and go, I can't believe that I'm learning this, that I'm getting this experience, right? Like that to me is so priceless. To get to ask successful people how they became successful, right? What got them to that, and take those things and use them for myself, almost selfishly. And then hopefully the people that are listening and watching, they're gaining the same thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take that little nugget. Okay, I'm gonna take that with me, and that's cool. Being able to provide that, and then like I said, selfishly take it myself and use it. And I'm very grateful for that, man. And I don't ever want to lose be grateful, for being able to
I just
do
want
this.
to piggyback off of that real quick. So from what you just said, what is the best lesson you've probably learned from a guest on your podcast?
That's a great question, man. That's a really good question. You know what? I'll tell you. I would say they've a lot of people that I've learned from have said the same sort of thing, right? That's something I've learned is that the lesson is sort of, I hear it over and over again. And that lesson is pretty much, I mean, how am I going to put this bluntly? Just, go after what the fuck you want and don't fucking stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know any other way to put it, but that's it.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Go after it. Just when you think you want to quit, fucking double down and go in more.
Yeah.
And just don't give up, because if you truly believe in something, it will, come for you. And that's literally the biggest lesson I've learned. And that inspires me to, do anything that I want to do. I've always sort of had that mentality about myself, but it definitely helps, right, hearing that from successful people.
Yeah, and that's good, dude, because I feel like that's like a little tidbit I always give to a person. It's, because I get to talk to a lot of people, and there's so many people that I meet that just want to give up. And it's like, but you don't know that just 3 or 4 steps ahead of you is the finish line. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people who are so busy feeling, it's just to give a runner's analogy, like they're so busy feeling the pain in their body and like, the aches that they're not thinking about the finish line. And the finish line is just only 10, 20 feet away, but you want to give up because you feel the pain. And exactly what you're saying is this determination mindset of saying, I'm not going to give up until I get to where I need to be. And I'm going to bypass the pain. I'm going to bypass the negativity and say, no, the feeling of success is far better than what I'm going to be giving up right now.
That's it, man. And look, I'll sum it up with this one quote from George Burns. I don't know if y'all know who George Burns is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I grew up with George Burns. So this the great quote sum this up. It's exactly what you're saying too. Look, it's better to have failed at something you love than to succeed at something you hate to do.
Exactly. Yep.
So fucking go for it. So who gives a fuck if you fail?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, at least that you love it, right? Like, do what you love. I personally cannot do anything I don't love to do. I've always been that way my whole life. I will throw a hissy fit. Okay, I will go all Karen on this motherfucker if I'm not happy at my job.
Whoa.
Like,
we got to keep it PC around here. No Karen. That's like the N-word to some people around here.
Take it easy. I'm calling the fucking...
Los is going to get offended.
I'm calling somebody.
Yeah, I'm calling somebody.
Fuck, I don't know who I'm calling, but I'm calling
where's
them.
PETA at? I got to call PETA real
Where's
quick.
fucking ISIS? I think I need to call ISIS on you guys. Shit. Jesus, Murphy. So, we used to have a caller. He had since I don't know what happened to him, but loved the guy, Rob the hippie. Rob,
for you, Rob.
Where are you, man? Rob. He says he watches us every week, but he stopped calling us. But he's a chef as well.
Rob.
He's a chef as well, and I've asked him, what's the best way to season a skillet? Actually, what's your favorite way of seasoning a skillet?
That's a great question, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that have skillets need to know how to season it properly.
Yeah, you mean a cast iron
Cast
skillet?
iron skillet, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I should have mentioned that.
Yeah. That's okay, yeah, because somebody's going to be taking their regular old, cheap-ass skillet
They'll put
at home.
their copper one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, because what I don't want to happen is someone to take their pan and put it in the oven that has a plastic handle.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody
Right.
will do that
So,
if you do not
yeah.
qualify which one it is.
Yeah, I'm a chef. I come from working in restaurants and my own food truck and, my own stuff. So I know, the logistics, just the practicality of when somebody says something to me, right? So that's the first thing I thought of. But, yeah, seasoning a skillet, look, everyone has a different way to do it. Personally, my personal favorite is it seasons itself over time. Okay, so you don't really want to fuck with it. When you're trying to create what they call in barbecue fake smoke rings. Okay, you can't cut corners when it comes to real cooking and real, sharpening your knives, seasoning your stuff. Right, you just buy a new cast iron, take care of it. Don't learn how to clean it properly. It's the real question you should ask, and then just time.
Well, tell us, how do we clean a cast iron? I know never to add soap. I just sort of use the softest thing I have. and just get the stuff
See,
off.
I learned the easier way. Let my wife take care of everything.
All right, take it easy.
Because
there,
I
fucking-
don't know. She is the boss.
Take
at
it
that
easy
kitchen.
there, fucking
No,
Noah. Go work on your arc
Look,
some
bro,
more.
hey, look, I'm just saying, I kill the food and she cooks it. That's just the way we do it in my
Jesus
home.
Murphy.
I go out and
I like it.
I kill it with my bare
like
hands,
that.
and I drag it home, and then I skin it on the table, and she
Fucking-
cooks it.
Last of the Mohicans
Yeah,
over
dude,
here.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. No, that's
I'm
cool.
sorry. I'm sorry. I
like
keep
that.
it G. I'm sorry. I keep it G.
I
in my
like
house.
that.
Oh, that's
No, I
too
like
good.
that. I like that. I mean, that's totally legit. I get that. Splitting responsibilities. But yeah, the best way to clean a cast iron, there's a couple different ways. They make these special tools. In fact, 2 seconds. I'm gonna show you guys.
Oh, he's got it like
he's-
lined
oh,
up,
man,
ready to
see?
go.
That's what
I
I'm
want to
talking
see
about,
this.
bro.
What else is there? There's I want to know like what you do. You buy a brand new one, or you
Okay.
find an old one.
Here we go.
What is
Okay.
that?
Can y'all see this?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
chain
yeah.
mail.
Uh huh.
Chain link, and it's specifically it's just got like this hole in it, right? And you can just that will clean it, right? That will get all the crust and all the big bits off of it and whatever, and then just water in a towel to clean it out. That's literally
Wow.
it. Or like let's say you don't have this, okay? You could get a potato, cut it in half, get the kosher salt, the real big thick salt. You put the salt in. You take that half a potato and you just dig it around, and that salt will eat up all the grease, all the nastiness, and then you can wipe it out. But that's a bitch to really do a lot. So this is much
Wow.
better to have. It's like $10 on Amazon.
And that doesn't scratch off the seasoning or anything?
No.
No.
Dude, it's cast iron, dog. It's cast iron. Yeah, it's not going. Yeah, not at all. Not the seasoning. It's going to get the big bits off you don't want anymore.
I want to confirm if the method that Rob says is viable. He
Okay.
says literally just pour salt on the thing and put it in the oven.
To what? To season it?
Yeah, to season it. Like I guess eventually melting the salt and then it coats the pan.
I'm assuming that.
Yeah. People do like oils and stuff.
I do oil.
I mean, more specifically, people do oils. If I'm being real, like that's But yeah, I've heard of. Look, it's tough for me to say. Oh, that doesn't work. Look, every chef, if you tried it and it works, then it fucking works. There's really no. You know what I'm saying? I personally just prefer the method of letting it build. The flavor over time.
Yeah, I just wanted to
well,
make
that-
sure
that-
that he
that's-
wasn't
that-
fucking with us.
I was
too
gonna say
hard.
that's known as the Cyndi Lauper method, time after time.
Yeah. You know how they say they pass down cast irons, right?
Yep.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
Right? The seasoning, right? You go ask an old grandma, how do I season a cast iron? She's going to slap you upside the head with a
Yep.
cast iron. What do you mean how you season it? It's just time.
Yeah,
you
you
got
just
to
use
cook
it.
shit in it.
Yep.
That's how you season it.
Oh.
You cook a bunch of shit in it all the time.
Would you
Use it all the time. Use it for everything.
Would you? Okay, so I guess my question more lies in you bought a brand new one, or even better yet, in my instance, I found a fucking rusty old one that I fucking scraped down to the fucking iron. I fucking treated it. I don't think it was that rusty, but it was gross, right? And I scraped it down, and then I seasoned it into my everyday skillet, right? But
Nice.
I think that's
Nice.
the question is asked. Like you're saying, go with what kind of oil would you use, and what temperature?
Olive oil.
Just
Me
good old fashioned
personally,
olive
I would
oil.
use olive oil. Yeah, temperature. Every oven's different, dog.
Okay.
So keep it low. You don't want the oil burn. It's just quick. You could even do it. You could do it in the oven, but you could also just do it on your top, right? You can just take a towel, get a little bit of it, and just rub it around, sort of like you oil a cutting board.
Yeah.
Do you ever proof your cutting board? You got to keep oiling it. You got to keep taking care of it. If you have a good one and you want it to last, that's something you do. But yeah, the same way. But honestly, that to me is like frou stuff. I don't do that sort of stuff, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know any chefs that do cast irons that way. It's just time. It's just
Right,
literally time. I guess maybe you're on Maybe you're on a Top Chef challenge, and they're like, you gotta season this real quick. That's how.
I guess the method I learned was a quick seasoning, but then over time I clean it just with water and I scrub it a little bit, but then I just let it keep going. I think after each time I'll just take a little bit of oil and just rub it so that it doesn't look dry. It's always got a nice
in my
sheen to
dad's
it.
house, there's like cast iron that has
go.
like rust half of it. You just don't cook on that half.
You just
know
don't
what I
cook
mean?
on that side.
You know what I mean? And that's how good it is. It's like, yo, you got enough. You just need half. Why you being selfish? Just take half. You know what I mean?
Good. So
That's the funniest shit I ever heard. I swear to God.
all right. So last week we interviewed a woman named Jennifer Fleck. And then during the pre-interview stuff, you had mentioned, hey, I interviewed the homegirl too, and it didn't turn out as good as I would want it to. And so
Totally.
I watched a little bit of it. Can we get that clip up? I've got it here on the notes, and we'll play just the last bit where she decides to hang out. I think I don't know if you'll be able to see, but
that's okay.
You will be able to hear maybe.
I've seen it. I lived it.
Yeah, okay. You're like, I ain't got to see that again.
I definitely want to talk a little bit about that whole incident. I mean, we had we talked to her for a good 45 minutes.
So I'm gonna text it
minutes or so. So let's get
all the way, okay? But I believe in the rule of law as well, and I really just dislike when people want to break the law to prove the law. That doesn't make sense to me. And you're a lawyer. And you said you would do it all over again. That's scary to me. That's scary that people are going to go in with cameras. No, I know the law. I know the law better than everybody. I know what's going on. Let me shed the light. Oh, this police officer is talking to me. I'm going to ignore him. I support the police, but not when he's talking to me because I know what's going on. You don't think that sounds very rebellious? Like it sounds reckless.
Rebellious.
You don't think that's reckless?
No.
Interesting.
I think it's necessary.
So you're necessary to disobey the police.
It's
interesting. But you support the police. I'm confused.
It's necessary to expose illegal activity that's happening at the county clerk's office in Travis County.
Don't you think you should do it the legal way?
I tried.
So you're saying it's okay to commit illegal acts as long as it's exposing other illegal acts?
Yeah.
That makes zero sense, just FYI.
That's okay. We can disagree.
Right. Yeah, so you guys had a disagreement. Can you hear that, by the way?
Yeah, totally. That sounds cool that you guys can do the clips like that. Love that. That's really cool.
Yes.
That's all the magic of Brandon right there.
You guys want to check out Patrick Scott's, he's got a YouTube. You guys could find that if you know how to do that. Reason why I say it that way is because we're on public access. I can't call to action. So people could do whatever they want if they wanted to.
You have freedom.
But it's not calling to action if I say that, I think.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
So eventually I think in about a minute or two, she would eventually hang up on you. Why do you think she hung up on you?
I mean, she was frustrated, but let me say this before we just get into this, in retrospect, looking back on this interview, look, I'm the type of person to look at myself and go, what could I have done better in this situation to have, avoided this, right? Because if you listen to the other 103 episodes before her, look, that's not my type of podcast, okay? I run a fun, let's have a good time, just like I'm having with you guys, right? I do this every podcast I get. So I honestly wasn't expecting her to say a lot of the things she said. To be frank with you, we didn't reach out to her thinking this is the thing she's going to say. So I wasn't really prepared to confront her on it. I'm not good on confronting people. I don't really like those sort of situations, to be honest with you. Now, that's not to say I won't do it, okay? Because I will stick up for something that I think I need to, just being honest. But in retrospect, I think I could have been a little, I don't know. I could have done it a little differently, to be frank with you. But I think she was frustrated and got off and just felt like just wasn't going the way she wanted it to go. I don't know. That'd be tough for me to say what she.
Well, I did watch that interview, and as a matter of fact, I watched the Pete Sessions and the other guy interview that you did. I basically watched your political ones. Actually, we interviewed the third candidate for that district. I don't know if you know, but he was the Libertarian. We're a Libertarian podcast, so we talk to the Libertarians.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I wish you would have interviewed him. That guy was the coolest, man. You would have dug him
for that one.
I would have. I totally would have. We sort of put those two together last minute. I'm not going to lie. Like we were scrounging to get the interviews done and get them edited and put out before the election and everything. So I'm with you. If I would have thought about it earlier, we're not really into politics and stuff. It just sort of, my boss just sort of said something. I was like, okay, fuck, I'll try to get him on, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'll talk to him. I'm not really a political person. So again, I wasn't really even prepared for those very much, but they were super cool, and had great conversations with them.
You definitely came at her pretty hard with her believing it was a conspiracy. At least you had said things to the effect.
I agree.
Yeah. I feel like you were a little too rough on her, and I think you insulted her a bit, saying like, what she thought was harsh, like in her mind, like, so she was like, it's not in my mind, and that I think that's where like, dude, like 30 seconds later she hung up on. Yeah. She's like, bye. What? Oh no, I don't think it was that bad. You did say something. Can we pull up? I got another one here. Where I think we'll go to this one. No, yes, go to that one there, buddy. No, the top one on top of that one. Yeah, we've got this whole Google Doc that we communicate with over the show as well.
Yeah, love it.
So yeah, this is the particular clip here that I wanted to bring up and ask you about it.
Absolutely.
Timestamped and everything for you. I can't hear it.
Against Justin Barry. He's a police officer, right?
Mhm.
And you support the police?
Sure. They were never going to let him win. They were never going to let him win in November.
Interesting. So you say they again. Who is they?
Whoever's working with Dana Debevoise.
Interesting. So you think there is some massive conspiracy coming all the way down, but not on the Republican side. They're doing everything right.
All right, stop.
There's
right
none
there.
of that.
No.
That's where I see your bias coming out, my man. Saying something like that. I was like, bro. That's where she started
What? Yeah. No, just tell me again. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that last little bit that you're talking about.
Well,
I apologize. I was lighting this cigarette. And I'm
no
like,
worries,
what?
man. What she was saying is that there's this woman that is doing something, obstructing, which is, she said 20 extra laws as well. They're election laws, so nobody fucking knows about what they are, but they're punishable by like a year and $4,000 fine, for every offense. So she was talking about how there's this woman that's blocking people from watching this thing, and she took pictures in it. And you had mentioned that it's reckless for her to break the law to expose another law being broken. Yeah. But I wanted to kind of have you elaborate a little bit more. I mean, is there no instances where laws can be broken in order to break someone breaking a much bigger fish law?
Yeah, I there's probably look, no particular rule is 100%.
Sure.
Right. There's always going to be nuances to anything. So I guess it would just have to be what particular instance we would be talking about. But real quickly about this interview, but before we move forward,
sure.
Really the only issue I had with Jennifer, to be frank with you, in retrospect, looking back, and I guess I sort of made the point at the end. Maybe I didn't clarify enough, but really the only issue I had with her is her saying the things about Dana. Right. If she thinks there's election fraud, and great, go through the channels, and what the fuck do I fucking care? I don't care. Do whatever you want. But if you're going to come on my show, that's my look. This is the Lone Star play. Like if she's just saying it in public, look, I'm just going to swipe right. I'm just going to keep walking. I wouldn't care. But she's on my podcast saying things about a woman that I just didn't think it was fair to say about that woman. That woman has a family. She's got a reputation. If you don't have proof or evidence to say these things about her in public that I'm going to post for thousands of people that are going to listen to this, I'm sorry, you can't really say that on my podcast. So
right.
That's really my issue with her was that particular thing of saying this woman is working for somebody, or I don't know if she's working for somebody, because we could play that game all day long. Well, who are you working for? I don't know if you're working for this. I don't know if you're this. I don't know if you're that. You know what I mean? I just those conversations bother me, I think, a little bit. And again, I got a little flustered, and I did get a little aggressive. You're right, man. I agree. Again, in retrospect, I'll always look at a situation immediately after it happens, and what did I do to add to it, and what could I have done better? And I agree with you. And I heard that from other people, you know, that I didn't handle that particularly well, to be frank with you.
Hey, you didn't hang up, so I think you won.
I don't ever hang up.
I just want to let it be known.
don't ever.
Lowe's gets paid by George Soros.
I do not
All
get
right,
paid
it's
by
my-
George Soros, and you take that back. He paid me one time.
And I provided him a service that he enjoyed.
I've twisted balloon sculptures for his.
Is that what you call it? You twisted his balloon?
Oh my God!
Is that what you call it?
I should have never said that. Now, I did listen to that interview, and I had some pretty, I wouldn't say critical notes. What I was going to mention is that there are times, because you said it was nonsensical for her to bring up the fact, and I'm sorry to bring this up, and I think this is the last that we'll talk about it.
No, please. No, it's okay.
That she broke the law in order for her to show someone else was breaking the law. So it's not that you're admitting that Dana de Beauvoir was breaking the law, which she was. She didn't admit it, but she signed the settlement that said that she will stop blocking the poll watchers from watching.
Yeah,
poll,
kind of giving credence to the idea that she has been doing it before.
And her breaking the law by criminal trespassing, her stink that she put up could be a huge reason why they push that settlement forward quicker, because there was so much media attention on it. I mean, I wouldn't say so much, but local media was on it and everything. And it definitely showed that there was some sort of obstruction, because the next day she said, okay, fine, we'll take down all these restrictions, but they were done.
Yeah,
it
was the last day of voting.
One more day of voting, and that was one more day of counting, and that was it. Dirty deed could have been done. And I think what she was trying to say is that there's something sneaky going on, not per se about her or for the Republicans or against the Democrats, just this one woman who's obviously been in office for a very long time and could be getting paid under the table to help these things go through a little faster. I mean, who knows? But Republicans, Democrats, everyone benefits as long as you've got the green for homegirl. Now, I can't prove any of that, but that's what I think she's trying to push towards. And I don't think she portrayed that enough well for you, which she was flustered.
Yeah.
You rocked her, bro. What can I say? That's the best when you can rock a guest, you know?
No, that's definitely not what I try to do on the podcast. And, to be frank with you, I'll admit it, I felt horrible afterwards. I did not feel good about it. And I don't like those situations. I have guests on my podcast. It's like they're coming into my home.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did feel bad about it, man, to be frank with you. I don't want to treat any guests like that. Again, I've had all kinds of people on my podcast I completely disagree with. And I have no problem talking to them the whole time. I mean, that's what threw me off, too, that she got off. I think if she'd have stayed on, she would have realized we would have both just gotten back to it and we could have had the conversation and it would have happened. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. She hasn't had anyone challenge her ideas or what. I don't know.
I would say,
want to be fair to her.
So off of what you said, from when, now that you've stepped back and kind of evaluated yourself, what do you feel was like a trigger, or what do you think kind of set you to kind of react that way? Like, what was it about the comment she made that kind of was like, hey, and made you kind of respond?
That's a great question. That's a great question, man. That's a really good question. And I would say really just the issue that I have that I sort of said before, which is just when she started to say things about Dana and she's working for somebody and somebody's paying her to do this stuff. And I don't know, maybe she's getting it from this and maybe she's getting it from that. And she's doing it for socialistic reasons and, to promote a to me, it's like, again, these people have reputation, they have lives, they have families. Again, it's different when you're sitting around drinking beers with your friends, throwing around stuff, in my opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion. And that's what I didn't like about her saying that stuff about Dana. Because, again, I've had several people come on that are politicians and whatever. They don't say things like that. They know to be careful and not say things like that. They know to, how to toe that line when they're talking to somebody. She did
say some outrageous things. She said something about if they get in office, they're willing to let Austin burn down, burn to the ground, kind of thing. And yeah, she's she's being overly hyperbolic, which is a little redundant to say, but she was being Alex Jones.
You know what I mean? And
she was being very hyperbolic.
I would say
in
this
her
much:
speech.
she will never come close to being what Alex Jones is.
Take it
Alex
easy.
Jones is the heartbeat of America. Alex Jones is what makes Texas what it is. if I could only drink the sweat of the man of who Alex Jones is, I would become the ascendant being that I've always tried to be in life. All right, I just want you to know that.
I just want everyone that's watching or listening to know that the views expressed on Emergency Exit Podcast are not necessarily those of. Wait, we're the ones in charge here, so yes, they are our views. Never mind. Well, hey, Patrick Scott Armstrong, the PSA himself. Check out his podcast. It's the Lone Star Plate.
Yeah, that's it.
You're probably on all the major things, Amazon podcasts and Spotify and dude,
MySpace.
wherever you get your pods, you're gonna find this. Check out those interviews we were talking about, and then check out the stuff. I think I saw he's got musicians playing on his show.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
Bro, we
check
need
that
to
out.
do a podcast when we're all cooking and drinking beer together. You'll cook, we'll bring the beer, we'll eat the food, we'll rate the beer, and we have a good time.
Have us on your show.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Because
That's a great idea.
just by the way you're talking about seasoning a skillet, I'm just like, you know what? I want to eat already.
You know what? We'll have a Brew World champion in mid-February.
There you go.
That could be it.
All right. Anyways, anything else that you'd like to add before we let you go?
No, just want to say thank you to you guys for having me on, and cheers, guys.
Cheers to you,
Appreciate
man.
you guys
Yeah,
having me on and having the conversation. I know how hard it is to run a podcast, so my hats off to you guys for doing what you're doing.
That reminds me. Yeah, you had talked about your conversation with Mark Davis. I've never heard about this man. He's a radio commentator, political commentator. And you said you had a great conversation because you guys both had respect for each other. And that's what made it better. I think the respect probably was lost a little bit because like he was talking about someone that couldn't defend herself. And so therefore maybe a little bit of respect got lost and therefore the conversation got lost. And I think actually it did get lost a bit, but I think that makes perfect sense about what happened. You explained it just right.
Mm-hmm.
I came in this knowing that you're going to be a great guy. I come out with knowing that you're a wonderful guy. So,
hey, likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise, fellas.
all I can say is you can check out Patrick Scott Armstrong at texasrealfood.com/Lone Star.
Don't forget the
Plate.
slash.
That's right. All right. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hang on. TexasRealFood.com/podcast or the LoneStarPlate.com.
Yeah.
Really, just the LoneStarPlate.com is the easiest, right? That's the name of the pot, right?
He's also on the Facebooks and
interrupt.
everything, and
From the horse's mouth himself.
The Facebook.
it's a very
the
wonderful
Facebook.
looking.
Like
We need to after looking at your websites, it makes me think that we need to step up our game here. But yeah.
Hey, great team. Shout out to my team. The team that handles all that. I do the least amount of work. They do all the work. A lot of great people. They handle all the the heavy lifting. They put up with my crazy ass. So
That's wonderful.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them, those mysterious ones. Well, anyways, thank you very much, PSA. We'll talk to you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
All right, guys. Y'all be good.
Thank you. There you have it. There's a PSA. I definitely wanted to talk to him about all that stuff, and I got all my points out. And I hope, I didn't want to try to make this seem like, oh, we gotcha.
Yeah.
This ain't a gotcha. It wasn't a gotcha because he admitted himself. I was going to be critical of the way he treated Jennifer Fleck because she seemed very genuine to me, but I didn't get the idea that there was a conspiracy against her, as PSA was saying, or even better yet, saying that Betsy de Beauvoir was some sort of operative, which, by the way, operative doesn't just mean like working with somebody. It means like, someone that's in the know. That's I had the whole definition up here. I'll give it to you right now. Fucking. So we're out of here in 2 minutes here. I'm getting word, but yes, definition of operative, artisan, mechanic. These are the nouns. A secret agent, private investigator, or person who works towards achieving the objects of a larger interest. Now, that sounds more like what an operative sounds like to me.
Yeah.
A person who
I think
works
it's
towards...
actually artisan.
Artisan. What am I saying?
Artesian.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm saying it the same way. Artisan. Artesian.
You're saying it the way...
Artisan. It's artisan.
Artisan.
Potato. Artisan, artesian. Like, come on.
You're just trying to be fancy.
I should have asked the
I
chef.
know, yeah, you should ask the
what's
chef.
the right way of doing it. Anyways, we are going to continue on here in a little bit. We're going to cut the live stream on Facebook and YouTube, and we're going to redo our stream or go live just because we're going to play a video that I think probably will get us another strike.
Yeah.
But I still want this episode to go as it is and not get pulled.
Yeah, so stay tuned, and then you'll see us cut, and then you'll see us come back up on the page.
Yeah.
So just hang out.
It's not going to act as one?
Well, no. I mean, it's technically another one. But if they're still on the page, it should pick right up and continue.
MX After Dark.
What else? Yeah, so we'll talk about Rand Paul here, and then this wonderful video that I just don't understand how it's okay to say these kind of things in our climate. You know, there are people out there that say the most hateful fucking things about people, a whole race of people, and it sickens my stomach, dude.
Yeah,
like unbelievable how that's okay to say that kind of thing on the internet. But
there's one qualifier.
Well, I think you guys will just need to stick around and find out. If you guys are watching on Channel 10, thank you guys for watching. It's been another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. We'll be back next week with the Brew World Order Tournament of Beers, the BWOTOR, the TOB. And, geez, that's it. So, for Brandon the Hard Hat Mitchell, for David the Holy Hispanic Aguilar, I'm low saying that's right. If you guys know what's good for you, you may want to consider sticking around for the next half an hour.
It's gonna be
we got some extra content. Peace!
It's going to be